Hey, what's going on, everybody? Justin here. Today we have three great BrickHeadz that all came out yesterday. We have set 40792, 40797, and 40798. That is Dumbo, Eeyore, and May. These are all really good sets that all came out yesterday, and they're $10 each. I picked them up and built them last night, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at each of them individually and see their pros and cons. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it, and let's go ahead and dive in. So first up we have Dumbo. Now this one is a really good one. This one is 176 pieces, which makes it the largest of the three. And as you can tell, a lot of that goes into the ears and what my wife says is what looks kind of like a rubber ducky sitting on Dumbo's head. Now the ears are movable, but like that you kind of see a lot of the hinges. So basically having them forward is the best way. The legs do kind of splay out a little bit if you wanted to display it like that. The back side is very simple. It just has the tail build, but the collar I think looks really good. Overall, great little one. My biggest complaint is the trunk. This is how they want you to build it, but I think if you flip it up, I think that looks, let's straighten it out. I think that looks significantly better. I think it kind of makes them look happy. So that's basically how I'm going to display it. I think it makes Dumbo just look so much better, but overall, this is a really good one. The ears look good, all the pieces, there's just, everything is used correctly, and I think the collar around the side and kind of going through the back, I think is just a great way to give it some more depth. I wish there was a printed tile on this, because that is one of the cool things about BrickHeadz is usually there's an exclusive printed tile. This has none besides the eyes, which don't really count. So yeah, overall, it's a great little set though, and Dumbo's definitely one of the better ones in recent times. Here we have Eeyore, which is definitely my favorite. I think the eyebrows making him look sad is fantastic. The legs do go out kind of like Dumbo's do, so depending how you're displaying them. I think they did a good job using cheese slopes and all these different pieces to give a lot of texture for the hair, and the tail with the bow looks great. My only complaint, well, two, is I wish this would have been covered up on the back, and second, no printed pieces. Similar to Dumbo, usually that printed tile or that printed piece just gives something extra, so you can't just source out parts to build, and it just kind of makes them unique. But for $10, you can't complain too much. I think he looks fantastic, and overall, this one is absolutely my favorite. Lastly, we have May, and this one does have two exclusive prints, and that is to give fur on the belly and then the eyebrows. Now, my one complaint with this, while it does look good, is from the side angle. As you can see, it kind of gives a Cartman look with the belly and that kind of design, because it doesn't round out on the sides, which is part of the design. I get it, it's a BrickHeadz, but they could have added maybe one more plate layer or something to give it a little bit more roundness around the belly. They made good use of the cheese slopes for some fur and texture on the ears, and then same with the back, and then on the tail, they kind of used a few different colors just to give it some variety. The tail does move, so if you're displaying it against something, you can have it down or whichever way you want. Overall, this is a good one. I'm glad we got some printed tiles, but this one is 121 pieces, which makes it the smallest piece-wise, but size-wise, it kind of is on par with the other three, which is interesting, just based on piece usage. This one must have some bigger pieces, obviously, but overall, this is a good one, even though I don't know anything about the source material. It's a red panda nonetheless, and good from the front, not so good from the side. So as you can see, they're all pretty cool. They're BrickHeadz. They're $10 each. There's not much more to BrickHeadz. I do think that they have their own individual things that make them unique, and especially in the BrickHeadz line. So while I do really like them, they are $10. BrickHeadz isn't my favorite line overall, but I do collect them all. So I do think that it's well worth the $10. So again, all these just came out and they're pretty good sets. So thank you again for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. Have a great week.